Everybody get in. Quick, 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 quick. I don't want to waste a lot of time because we have a lot of things to get to today. So I'm not going to play any introduction music. I'm not going to make any opening statements, okay? Because it's late and I am tired, and because, we have the new moon today, I feel like, kind of, sitting and quieting down and, you know, reading something or watching or listening to a story of some kind. But, I have responsibilities, and I can guarantee you that, everybody, that includes Deborah Silverman, it doesn't live exactly how the horse go, because, there's, things that intervene with life, and that's just how it is. Now, I'm not gonna complain negatively about that. I'm not saying any negatives toward that at all. Because I really, really enjoy doing this. This is, my life, my livelihood, profession. Yep, positive, positivity. I make a goal, and I make a commitment, and I say something, and I'm going to follow through on what I say. And we're going to be having, daily meetings like this as much as possible. If I don't have anything to meet about, then we won't have a meeting. There will be like nothing going on that day, but if there are things, then we'll come here and we will take care of it. So, okay. Can you please shave that off your face, please, and thank you. Okay. Can you not make difficulties right now? Just go do it, please. Please do that. I cannot have you here at my Minton representing yourself like that. Again, you're not a bum off the street who plays in, a band at a truck, who tries to, sell money because he's poor and wearing those clothes. Okay, you need to, think about your appearance, because your appearance is, the huge thing. And you are not going to be very likable if you don't look, how I envision that you should look. And I do stand by the saying, you can't dress well if you don't feel good. That's one of the big things here. But, anyway, that's kind of, beside the point. So, I want you to do that, okay? And, again, you learned a lesson from last night. If you make a mess down there, you need to take responsibility and clean that up. I will not be there for you. I won't come down here and clean up your mess, because it's your responsibility and you need to deal with it. Okay? And you're not going to laugh at me about it either. If you're being reprimanded, or, me having a conversation with you and giving you a lesson, that is not a funny matter. Okay, and I need you to understand that was rude, and I'm just not going to tolerate that again. Okay, so take care of, whatever you need to take care of down there. Okay, if that was your last chance. If you do it one more time, then that's it. You're not allowed to use the space down there. Okay? I'm a very, very nice, kind, considerate, really empathetic, open, welcoming individual. Don't squander that. Don't tarnish it. Don't blow it. Okay? Again, I don't trash your space. I don't leave crap and, my stuff around. It gets messy. You wouldn't appreciate that if I did that, would you? I don't think so. I don't think so. You should know better. It really is irresponsible, and it really is disgraceful. It really is disgraceful. Well, it is a big deal to me, and it should be a bigger deal to you. it should be a bigger deal to you, and you need to, find some way where it can be. It's kind of a shame that it's not, it doesn't matter more to you. It needs to. It needs to. You can't live with a house filled of junk everywhere because that's just a, pigsty hoarder way to live. That's just not a good way to live. And don't live that way, please and thank you. So go do it. Okay, that's all the talking that I'm going to do. The rest is going to be me talking, but it's going to be recorded. And when I'm playing the audiobook for you, you're going to be, I'm going to be sounding quiet. And I would prefer, to read, something like Jack London on a day like today, but that's not, what we're doing. That's not what I, particularly want. That's not what I started. I can't just change course. So I'm going to be sounding a little bit quieter. That has to do with the energy that I know that, you're all feeling if you sit and you really feel the energies around you. You're going to be feeling very, very deep and very, introverted and inside yourself and wanting to, stay inside. That is, that's really the energy of Scorpio. Kind of a, there's a coldness there. And then Sagittarius season is the Renaissance season. It is the reverse of Libra and Aries. Okay, everybody. You know what? Before we do, we're going to be listening to something real quick. Okay, it's going to be a horoscope over Deborah Silverman. Okay. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so I want you all to listen to it. Okay, I want you all to listen to the horoscope, of what Deborah Silverman is saying. Okay. Let's get this going. And okay, I'm going to be sitting down today because I don't feel really good. Okay, everybody. So, you're going to have to sit here and so that we can get the ball rolling here. And if you have any questions, please wait till the end and I'll answer them another time, but not right now. I don't want to do a whole lot of chit-chat today like I usually do. So the sooner we get this meeting done, the better and more time we'll have to do other things, okay? So, let's go to YouTube here, and I'm going to do the Deborah Silverman thing, and I also think that the horoscope from last year, which was on October 28th, and October 29th, so that would also be another good one to listen to, and don't forget Deborah Silverman's article. And in the article, there's a song that I think that if you listen to it, you might really enjoy the song. It's called I Am Light. And it's kind of a yellow halo sitting at a fireplace with a guitar. So, Deborah Silverman Astrology. And all of you do have a copy of Your Missing Element book. And I encourage you, I'm very, very proud of all of you for deciding not to give that away. because you're going to look back at that one day and think, why did I give that away? I really, really regret doing that. Because that's the type of book that you can just keep and read over and over. So also here, Taurus, The Art of Reframing. I want you to watch that. Taurus does not have as much of a low road as other signs. I think that the fire and the water signs, I hate to say it, they just kind of stick out to me as having a definite low road. But I just forget that I said that because of a reason that all of you know. And when you're watching the Supergirl, also one quick little mention I want you to analyze. And I'm having Deborah Silverman write an article about the high road of Aries, and she is writing on Alex in Supergirl, which is Supergirl's sister, Kara's sister. And is a Gulfy woman, and how she takes the high road. Okay, so let's get to it, everybody. Let's get to it. Okay.
November 13th and 14th, here comes the weekend. The sun is in Scorpio and the moon is in Scorpio. The actual complete new moon is tomorrow, but I'm going to talk about it today because when I mean actual, I mean when it's exact degree. So when the sun and moon are exactly the same degree and they're standing together, we call it a new moon. But you feel the influence Friday, Saturday, even though on Sunday morning it finishes. So let's talk about this. There's a stellium in Scorpio. There's 4 planets in water. This is the most water we've had for weeks. And there's 4 planets in Earth. So we've got 4 in water, 4 in Earth. What does that make? Mud. I like mud. And here's an announcement. Mars goes direct in Aries for the first time. Like, this has been going backwards, but it lasts all the way to the new year. So can you imagine? The sun and the moon are in Scorpio. There's no air. There's just all this water, all this earth. It's got a direct energy of Mars. It's power. There's simply dark, strong energy asking all of us this weekend to be careful. Because when you're a double Scorpio, you can go wrong or you can go right. It's the surgeon who cuts through things and speaks to truth and hurts you. Or it's the mean person who cuts through things and hurts you. So the surgeon has intention, and they have skills, and they've learned how to use power. The person who just spills their beans and gets impulsive and lets Mars and Aries going direct influence them during a dark sky when you're feeling kind of sensitive anyways could hurt you. And so you all know this. We all know this. What do we do when we're upset and there's a double Scorpio sky? We either brood and go in and retreat during 4 planets in water, or we really get honest emotionally and vulnerable. And that's the best part. To me, I love Scorpios. They get a bad rap all the time. Their gift is being able to go into the human and disclose vulnerability and say, I'm scared, or I'm vulnerable, or do I look good? Like the ego comes in. Do you like me? Am I worthy? Has anyone ever, like all the negative talking that lives in the unconscious is right there inside Scorpio. Will I ever be loved? Is anyone ever going to notice me? Am I in the wrong relationship? Am I ever going to have parents? Are they always going to be in this fight, like young people suffering? It's that internal dialogue that double Scorpio suffers from of like, I don't want to be here. That's the worst part. I don't like being in a body. I don't like being on Earth. So what we do during a new moon is we slow it down. It's all dark outside in Scorpio. We say, I'm going to make a decision. This is a high road of Scorpio. I choose to be here. I choose to be alive. And I want to study astrology because I really want to take it to the highest road of being an example of what it is to be human and be awake versus being human and being sleepy and mean. And everyone has a choice at any moment. So if there's time to forgive, it would be during double Scorpio. If there's time to disclose honesties, it would be during double Scorpio. If it's time to go in and retreat and have a weekend off, permission to stay home, now's the time. So Astrology Answers wanted me to tell you, don't make up mean things about Scorpios. They're simply asking in no uncertain terms for you to be straight and honest and not pretend. If you have to hide away and play games, which a Scorpio can do, and retreat and pull in and contract, that's a symptom of not knowing it's safe here. So I want to say, double Scorpio, it's not necessarily scary. It's vulnerable. And it's time to be exposed and honest. So should I take up? No. Leave all my clothes on because double Scorpio likes to take all their clothes off. I'm not going to do it. I just want to say, during this new moon, which is really strong tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, it's your turn to take some time to honor and decide, do I want to be in a body? Am I happy to be here? And if not, seek help. Ask for an astrologer. Go to my site. I would do anything to help you make the decision to stay here. That's what astrology is.
Okay, that's it. Okay. So you heard it. I'm not going to talk about it because this is a little bit late at the meeting, I know. I just want you to see the other horoscope from last year. Okay, separately from me, but but we need to do what is most important. Now I want you to grab your copies of the Blue Hotel for the first time ever. Okay. There's a saying, if you want it done right, do it yourself, and I think that that's the case here, because I don't know why those audiobooks pulled the Macallan. Well, it's not necessary, unless it's really related to anything educational, but, they would pull the Macallan anyway and decide to read off the story. It's so annoying, I guess, that you would read that in school, but anyway. Just, can you read the darn story? I hope that the Reader's Digest didn't edit out the story when they did it. But I don't know why. It's just not going to align with, what we're doing. And that's just unreal for an audiobook. Unreal for it to read off the story, to read extra parts of it. Okay? Alright, so I'm really wondering what I should do right now because okay. Okay, now I'm gonna sit here. Alright. Okay, everybody, oh great, now I have to hook that thing up. Oh, I hate cords so much. I just wish that things would go through the air. It's annoying. So annoying! Why is this cord stuck in this cord? This is not what I want right now. This is ridiculous. Oh, that may be a result of the full moon, by the way. So anyway, okay, so, oh great, now I have to, okay, let's get this going. Oh my goodness, alright, okay, I hope that I didn't break that, but whatever. Okay, again, if there's any questions you need to ask me afterward, I'm not inclined to talk and answer questions right now. Because I don't feel just in the mood to do that right now. Because it's late in the day and I want to get through this. And I want to get this started. Because if I keep pushing it off and we keep chit-chatting, then we don't get things done. So we have to do that, okay? Alright, so, alright, here we go, everybody. So I hope I didn't, I know I didn't. That's just a thought and an anxiety that's not true. Blue Hotel by Stephen Crane. Can everybody hear it? The Palace Hotel at Fort Russell was painted a light blue.
a shade that is on the legs of a kind of pheasant, causing the bird to declare in its position against any background. The Palace Hotel then was always screaming and howling in a way that made the dazzling winter landscape of Nebraska seem only a gray, swamish hush. It stood alone on the prairie, and when the snow was falling, the town 200 yards away was not visible. But when the traveler alighted at the railway station, he was obliged to pass the Palace Hotel before he could come upon the company of low, cut-board houses which composed Fort Wampler. It was not to be thought that any traveler could pass the Palace Hotel without looking at it. Pat Scully, the proprietor, had proved himself a master of strategy when he chose his patron. It is true that on clear days, when the great transcontinental expresses swept through Fort Wampler, passengers were overcome at the sight, and the cold that knows the brown reds and the dark greens of the East expressed shame, pity, horror, and laugh. But to the citizens of this prairie town and to the people who would naturally stop there, Pat Scully had performed a feat. As the displayed delights of such a blue hotel were not sufficiently enticing, it was Scully's habit to go every morning and evening to meet the leisurely train that stopped at Waffle for his seductions upon any man that he might see with second hand. One morning, when a snow-crusted engine dragged its long string of freight cars and its one-passenger coach to the station, Scully performed the marvel of catching three men. One was a shaky and quick-eyed Swede with a great shining sheep balance. One was a tall, lone cowboy who was on his way to a ranch near the Dakota line. One was...
I'm gonna stop there. I need to grab something. Okay, I gave you a job and you need to do it. Okay? You need to do it. Shave that off. You stop making difficulties with me and do it, I would really appreciate it. He knows better. Just pushing my buttons, and I need it right now.
One was a little silent man of the East who didn't look it and didn't announce it. Scully practically made him prisoner. He was no merry in kind. He was so merry in kind that each probably felt it would be the height of brutality to try to escape.
But I don't know where it is.
They trudged off over the creaking board sidewalks in the wake of the equal Irishman. At last, Scully, with boisterous humility, hospitality, and decency, conducted them through the portal of the Blue Hotel. The room which they entered was small. It seemed to be merely a temple to an enormous iron skeleton which glowed yellow from the heat the Eastern. The Swede said nothing. He seemed to be occupied.
Swede seemed to be occupied. Okay, what was it? I didn't know. Okay, I didn't even know we'll act right now. Okay, go to the next paragraph and we'll deal with.
Puritan estimates of each man in the room.
Time to be right back. Didn't know. Now. You are out of your mind if you think that you can come here and interrupt me when I'm trying to do this. I am sick of it. I gave you an order to shave that off your face, and why can't you do it? This is frustrating to me, why you have to keep interrupting me when I'm in the middle of having an audiobook playing, listening to a story from my invention. I keep postponing it, something happens. I don't need you to keep delaying it. So will you go over there and stop making difficulties? Stop making difficulties. Stop it. I would really appreciate it if you stopped rocking the boat and stop arguing and do what I asked you to do. For the love of Pete. Go take care of that. Go take it. Don't dig yourself a hole like you did last night. Well, that's not how I and the Cementon works here. We can have this conversation another time, but not right now. This is an inconvenience. You should have thought with your smart mind. Well, I thought that it was smart, but it's actually pretty dumb if you, didn't think about that I was in the middle of something and you came in and interrupted. That is so wrong. Okay, don't tell me that I'm acting like her, because I'm not. She and I are very, very different in how we act. It's like, would I come in and interrupt something that you were doing? Would I interrupt one of your songs if you were... Well, because it had swear words, and it was against the Menton rules. You were breaking the contract. So yes, I had legitimate reason, but otherwise I wouldn't interrupt you. Why would you interrupt me? Okay, I don't need your crap right now. I don't need this right now. Seriously. Well, you're going to. You're going to, otherwise you're gonna leave. Get out and do it. And if you come here interrupting me one more time, you will not be allowed to use that workspace, and you will be gone. You will not be allowed to come here anymore. I'm serious. So don't blow it. So everybody. Getting really, really pissed off with his antics. I just continue doing this without any interruptions? Or am I gonna, I'm just... If I didn't lose my mind already, I'm going to lose my mind if it happens again. I'm serious. I can't deal with this right now. This is wasting my time. This is just ridiculous and really disrespectful behavior. I'm not going to stand for it. So, here we go, everybody, again. Sorry.
Later at dinner, the Swede spoke a little, addressing his conversation entirely to Scully. He volunteered that he had come from New York, and for 10 years he had worked as a tailor. Three facts seemed to strike Scully as fascinating. The Swede asked about the crops and the price of labor. He seemed barely to listen to Scully's extended replies. Eyes continued to roll from man to man. Finally, with a laugh and a wink, he said that some of the western communities were very dangerous, and after his statement, he tilted his head and laughed again, laughing. The others looked at him, wondering in silence. As the men trooped heavily back into the front room, two little windows present views of a turmoiling sea of snow. The huge arms of the wind were making the camps mighty, circular, futile, nor embraced the flakes as they said. In a hearty voice, Scully announced the presence of a blizzard. The guests of the Blue Hotel, lighting their pipes, assented with grunts of lazy, masculine contentment. Johnny, son of Scully, challenged the old farmer to another game of high-five. The farmer agreed with a contemptuous stuff. They sat close to the humming stove and squared their knees under a wide board. The cowboy and the Easterner watched the game with interest. The Swede remained near the window, aloof, but with a countenance that showed signs of an inexplicable excitement. The play was suddenly ended by another quarrel. The old man arose while casting a look of heated scorn at his adversary. He slowly buttoned his coat and then stalked with fabulous dignity from the room. In the discreet silence of all the young men, the Swede laughed. His laughter rang somehow childish. Men by this time had begun to